When the DevOps movement first emerged, many developers, operations engineers, and IT professionals were hesitant to use the term DevOps engineer. This is because DevOps is not just a single role, but rather a culture and set of practices. Limiting a whole culture to a single role reduces its chances of long-term success. However, businesses had a pressing need for the benefits DevOps promises and sought to make it actionable and tangible by naming a group of software engineers as DevOps engineers. That being said, if you're a DevOps engineer or an aspiring one, you could understand how important is your role. In other words, your role is indispensable. However, it's important to understand that you as an individual are not irreplaceable. There could be others who can fill your role. In this episode, we're going to see how to make yourself an indispensable DevOps engineer. If you're thinking that DevOps is a purely technical role, you should think again. When you understand that the DevOps goal is breaking down silos between developers and operations, you'll realize that no tool can do that. Everyone can learn how to use Jenkins, GitLab, Docker, and Kubernetes. However, not everyone can have the right mindset. This is what we're going to discuss in this episode. The mindset of an indispensable DevOps engineer is focused on 4 pillars: continuous improvement, ownership, growth, and teamwork. A DevOps engineer should be always looking for ways to optimize processes and make them more efficient. This means that they are willing to experiment with new technologies and tools and are not afraid to fail. To do this, they should understand that failure is part of success. Experimenting and learning are the only ways to have a continuous improvement mindset. A good practice is keeping a journal or a log of tasks and activities and periodically reviewing them to identify patterns and inefficiencies. In addition to that, being able to identify feedback from other stakeholders is crucial. Ownership is the second pillar. In a practical sense, this starts when you foster open communication with all stakeholders, including other teams and customers. As a result, you'll not only become proactive, but you'll also better understand the scope of your responsibilities. Actively seeking to take on new responsibilities instead of waiting for assignments and understanding the issues other teams are facing is what leads to full ownership. Third on the list, we have the growth mindset. This is rarely talked about and adopted by DevOps engineers. The growth mindset is what makes an entrepreneur successful and is at the same time what makes you different from other engineers. We can say that 2 types of growth should be considered: your company and your personal growth. The first one can be achieved by putting yourself in the shoes of the business owner. The entrepreneurial mindset is growth-oriented, and so should yours be. This applies to your personal growth too. Entrepreneurs believe they can grow as people, learn new things, and develop new skills. With consistent effort, they can shape themselves into whomever they want to be. DevOps engineers should do the same. Practically, you should be always seeking out mentorship and guidance from more experienced engineers. Always seek new challenges and opportunities. Join communities, contribute to open source projects, and don't be limited by your learned helplessness. Finally, teamwork is the 4th pillar. It can be summed up as having a team mindset rather than an individual one. Teamwork mainly starts when you have good communication skills and ends when you stop having the right attitude. Knowing how to communicate and act as a team player is a soft skill but can be learned the hard way. Having these soft skills means you already possess them in your personal life, even before your professional life. Therefore, strive to become a better version of yourself every day independently from being a DevOps engineer. Through these tips, we hope we helped you get a better understanding of the 4 non-technical pillars: continuous improvement, ownership, growth, and teamwork. If you liked this episode, consider subscribing and check out the links in the description to join our DevOps community. That was 5 Minutes DevOps. See you tomorrow.